With 214% rise in number of tourists from India, German National Tourism Organization is confident of reaching its pre-pandemic levels in the Indian market by next year. Romit Theophilus, Director GNTO India, tells India Outbound that Germany will showcase its diversity in local cultures and sustainable travel to attract Indian visitors.
So today we're here actually to be in person actually after 2.5 years, and we're happy to be sitting here in front of you and actually presenting Germany again and to talk about our facts and figures, our campaigns for this year. So that's our main objective at the moment. So if I was to say about our figures, we're happy to report that we've done about 136,000 overnights already, roughly a 214% growth over last year, but we're not going to take that into comparison. We want to go back to our 2019 figures, and we're confident that by the end of next year we'll be back at 100% of 2019. So that is our goal, which is about 950,000 overnights. Yeah. The German local culture is to talk about everything local, authentic, based in the regions. So one of the interesting facts is, just like India, if you travel all over Germany, every 100 kilometers the cuisine changes, the dress changes, the dialect changes. So this is something we want to highlight as we move forward, especially this year. It's actually for everybody, no matter where you go, whether you're doing city breaks or you're going out of the city, local culture will come in everywhere. Leisure travel is happening as well. We saw that in the last few months with family travel. We're going to see a lot more business travel happening as the year progresses as well, and hopefully next year we'll see a lot more incentives also happening into Germany as well. So we see that we're almost at about 50% business, 50% leisure as well. So this is something we notice. We see a lot of travel happening from all around India, but mainly our source cities are New Delhi and Mumbai, followed by then Bangalore and I would say Calcutta and Ahmedabad. And where people are mostly traveling are towards Frankfurt and to Munich and Berlin. These are the main areas where people are traveling when they travel to Germany. For a repeat visitor, go away from the big cities and try and look at the smaller towns. This is very important. I would say that even if you're visiting Frankfurt, if you just go a half an hour outside Frankfurt, the Rheingau area is lovely. Go and look at the castle route, for example. Every 1 kilometer you'll see new castles on either side of the river as such. So I would say just move out of the city and you'll see a new Germany that you didn't know exists. Well, we're hoping that, we've been quite blessed with the fact that we have direct flights from India into Germany, and these haven't stopped. So once these get back to normal frequency, that'll be one step closer to moving into this normality. We also see that there is a lot of interest or pent-up frustrated demand that is here in the Indian market, where people really want to travel. So we're hoping that we can actually be able to push that demand into Germany as well. One thing we notice is that Indian travelers spend on an average 8 nights in Germany when they go. So that's something that we're actually quite happy about, because that helps take care of a little bit of the carbon footprint of flying into the country. We're trying to tell people to travel more by local transport, for example, use trains between cities, try not to use taxis, try not to use cars as such, but try to use the local infrastructure that is there for you. Secondly, we're also focusing on a lot of vegetarian food, for that matter, which is locally sourced from the area that you're in. So this is also very important in sustainability as well. When we talk about events, we've asked people to move away from plastic bottles to glass bottles, for example. It's something that we've done today as well at this event. If you notice, even everything that we're making or that we have here is all recyclable, and so this is something that we want to push further as well, whether it's in events in India or events in Germany as well, that they should be done in a more sustainable manner. Actually we're getting the opposite feel, because we're seeing a lot more people opting for business class travel than before, because they view it as a safer way to travel, for example. So we see that the price sensitivity has actually moved to the other direction, where people are willing to spend more on trying to get whatever they want. So a lot of people, the airfares are not cheap at the moment, but there is still so much demand for travel, and we can see that most flights are going full. So we know that pricing at the moment is not a big factor. if you compare it to Spain, maybe it will be slightly higher, but however, if you compare it to France, if you compare it to Switzerland, it will always be on the lesser side. So it depends what you're comparing. So Germany has always been a value for money destination. We're going to keep saying that, and as we move forward, hopefully next year it will also be a value for money destination. The only wish I have from the Indian market that please apply well in time if you need a visa. Please give at least 2 months lead time before you do your plans, before you do plan to travel to Germany. And secondly, with airfare as well, please buy your airfare well in advance so that you do not get caught in these high airfares at the moment.